Hey guys, and welcome back for another video. So today we have slipped in the very dark places of YouTube and found an actual TED Talk that featured Lizzo talking about how twerking empowered her as a black woman. Now there's so much wrong with this video that we're gonna just take a quick look at the comments left first. Now, with all that being read, we already know that this is about to be like mad stupid. So, brace yourselves.
Can we get booty cam, please? Booty cam. If you follow me on social media, you probably seen my hiney before. It's no secret. But you know, I used to hate my ass. Believe it or not. I have my father's shape and my mother's size, so it's big and long. I used to think that only asses like J-Lo's or Beyonce's could be famous. I never thought that could happen to me. I felt like the ass odds were against me, but baby, this badonkadonk was going places.
I'm gonna just stop it really quick. First of all, Lizzo, I hate your ass too. And I mean, don't get me wrong, like I am completely heterosexual, but I'm gonna make a comment really quick on this lady's body shape. I find it off-putting. Like, it's just nothing sexy about it. There are some big girls who have curves, but she's a big girl who's very box-shaped. She's literally got no ass at all, in my opinion. It's very wide and very flat, very square. And I don't understand why we're even having this conversation, but let's continue.
Through the movement of twerking, I discovered my ass is my greatest asset. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to TED Twerk. I'm gonna take my shoes off. Is that okay with y'all? So,
oh my god, I have to stop it again. She has to take her shoes off 2 minutes on stage. Like, what is up with people wearing shoes that, number one, either don't fit or they're too uncomfortable? Like, obviously you're a big lady, so standing in heels is probably not easy for you, and I get that. Why not rock shoes that would actually work for someone like you? Because otherwise, you just look stupid. You look stupid wearing shoes that you can't wear, and then you have to take them off within a minute on stage. Like, that's honestly pathetic, but whatever.
The first time I saw twerking in person was at a teen club called the Z in Houston, Texas. There I saw a bunch of girls my age shaking their booty to New Orleans bounce, and I was like, how are they doing that? It was incredible to me. Thanks to my Caribbean besties, Peaches and Jolene, and thanks to Master P, whoop whoop, I found the rhythm. The better I got, the more I fell in love with what I had, because damn, my ass could do magic. Finally, I could twerk, but twerking did not begin with me, believe it or not. It's important to me to keep the origin story of twerking alive. So here's some farm to table for that ass. Modern day twerking derived from black people and black culture. It has a direct parallel to West African dances like mapuka. Traditionally, mapuka was a dance for West African women to be used as a celebration of joy, religious worship, or a dance to do at a wedding to show you were DTF or DTM. Down to marry, down to marry. Get your mind out the gutter. Black women carried these dances across the transatlantic slave trade to the ring shout in what became the Black American Church, into the hips of Ma Rainey and Bessie Smith when they sang the blues, into the bounce of Josephine Baker's banana dance, from jazz dance to jitterbug.
You're gonna bring up the fact that these other women are dancing, but none of them are morbidly obese. Like, I have to point that out. Like, this lady doing the banana dance, she has a really nice body. She's up here jiggling and shaking, and her body's like not even jiggling at all. That's how in shape she is. Like, literally, Lizzo, you don't look like that. Like, them twerking is one thing. You twerking is a whole nother. You don't look right doing it. And the only reason people are allowing you to is because they're like, oh, let's just give this fat girl some attention. She's so strong. She's so proud of herself. She can get on stage and make an absolute fool of herself with all those like white people there laughing at you. But okay, whatever.
From shake your tail feather to shake your thing to that thing thingin'. Now, as a big black woman who has ass, who can twerk, and who's been doing it her whole life,
correction, you don't have any ass. You just have a very big, flat, wide back, but okay.
I think I'm an expert on the subject. I want to add to the classical etymology of this dance, because it matters. Black people will not be erased from the creation, the history, and the innovation of twerking. Thank you. Twerking is a Black American communal collaboration born of Black Southern culture. From DJ Jubilee and Cash Money Records in New Orleans, to Lil Jon and the Yin Yang Twins in Atlanta, to Uncle Luke in Miami, twerking was alive and well in nearly every Black club in the South. But it would take years after these songs were released for twerking to finally become mainstream. I got a test for y'all. Oh no no. Oh no no. You know that one? Hold on. Y'all ain't see it. Oh no no. Oh no no. The dance. Beyonce called it that because she was trying to warn us. Because of Destiny's Child, bootylicious is in the dictionary. And because of Beyonce's 2003 music video for her single Crazy in Love, the world was introduced to the dance. That was the first time I'd ever seen a pop star do something like that, and I wanted to be just like her.
Really? You wanted to be just like Beyonce? Because Beyonce is like light years more attractive than you. Like thousands of light years more attractive than you. Like body-wise, face-wise, everything-wise. Like, bro, Beyonce has a nice body. No one has a problem with a woman with a nice body getting on stage and shaking it. I mean, it doesn't look bad. But when somebody like you do it, it's an honest joke. And it's just more like, aw, again, it's more like, aw, look at her, so proud of herself. Let's just clap for her. You know, and honestly, like this whole fat acceptance movement that started maybe 10, 15 years ago it's trash and it needs to go away because you guys are like literally confused about health and fitness and what's really attractive to the majority of society. And I'm tired of it. And that's why I'm here today to stand up and be the first person to say, Lizzo, the only reason you're famous is because you're fat and twerking. People are like shocked that you're willing to do it. You're forcing us to see it and like wanting people to think that you're beautiful and validating it. Like, dude, if you were actually beautiful, you'd have a husband by now. You'd have probably children by now. You would have something that showed that someone actually slept with you by now. But you don't. So it's like it's an indication to me that you're only famous because of people that felt sorry for you, or they just want to try to empower this fat, acceptance movement bullshit. Call it what it is. And you're just the perfect token Black woman to do it. And you're just stupid enough to try to get on stage and make our people look dumb. At least when Beyonce did it, she made it look good.
Beyonce gave me permission to be myself. When I started to perform my solo music, I began incorporating twerking into my performances, and people would go crazy. I performed for mainly indie audiences, so they didn't know what the fuck was happening, and I liked it that way. Twerking made me feel empowered. It was my secret language, my sauce. Little did I know that a couple years later, Miley Cyrus would perform what seemed like the twerk her around the world. Y'all remember that. In 2013, within a month of each other, I released my debut project, Lizzo Bangers, and Miley Cyrus released her project, Bangers. That same year, Miley released a single, We Can't Stop, and she was twerking in the video. I remember being like, this is crazy. Hannah Montana twerking all over the place. A couple months later, she performed with Robin Thicke on the VMAs, and that night, seemingly overnight, twerking went mainstream. The media described twerking as, I quote, disturbing and disgusting.
Because it is. It was disturbing to see somebody like Miley Cyrus, who's skinny as crap with such a flat butt and no curves, twerk. It's just as bad as watching you. The only people that look good doing that kind of stuff is the girls who actually have curvy bodies. That's what's attractive. You're not. Neither is Miley Cyrus. And I'm sorry, the only reason she went viral is because it was literally a train wreck to watch some flat butt chick try to twerk. It just was stupid. Like, why is she twerking? She has nothing to twerk. And with you, it's like, oh my God, that SUV is twerking.
Critics blasted twerking as something that was exploiting and over-sexualizing young women. Once mainstream, twerking was misunderstood and taken out of context. It was bittersweet. For one, I wish that a Black woman could have popularized twerking in the mainstream. But on the other end, twerking going mainstream played a role in the rise of my profile and my career. Listen, Everything that black people create, from fashion to music to the way we talk, is co-opted, appropriated, and taken by pop culture.
My God, you don't own anything. Like, stop thinking that just because maybe one or two black people started something that no one else can do it. Like, y'all copy off of other people too. Look at the hair you have on your head. That's probably some Indian woman's hair. Are you culturally appropriating Indian women right now because you choose to wear a hair that doesn't sprout out of your own scalp? I mean, because you could easily get a wig that would match your own actual hair type, but we never call that out. Oh my God, this is so infuriating. It's not even funny.
To be on stage at the premier conference for the experts in their field, talking about twerking and stating my facts makes me optimistic. The best thing I can do is be loud and take ownership. Because for me, twerking is a pearl of optimism. It's a form of self-expression, freedom, confidence. Twerking is not just something I do to music. It's extremely useful. It manifests in my life in ways that I need more joy. In the mornings, twerking leads me to stretching and taking care of my body. I bend over and I isolate my cheeks. I'm in downward dog.
I'm so sorry to keep interrupting, but ma'am, if you were twerking enough, you probably wouldn't be like 200 pounds overweight. Maybe you should spend more time bending over and touching those toes and twerking, because the more you do it, you might actually lose some weight. I'm just saying. And not for attention. Do it for your actual health.
Namaste. Sometimes I put on a song and I shake ass and immediately I'm in love with myself. And not just self-love. I mean, like, okay, Lizzo, what's your number? I would do me. But it's not just sexual. It's not. Twerking is a deep, soulful, spiritual practice. It's hip opening. It's empowering. When performed as the mapuka, it's set to connect you to God. Twerking is good for humanity. 40 years ago, when black and brown people in New York invented breakdancing, it was villainized. Mainstream media weaponized breakdancing by connecting it to gang activity and violence. As an art form and subculture, it wasn't taken seriously. Fast forward to today, breakdancing is now an Olympic sport. What will be the future of twerking? Russian ballet dancers are twerking. Have you seen it? They be like this. Y'all think I'm playing. They out there like, doo-doo-doo-doo. Can we clear Tchaikovsky? Will we see twerking as an Olympic sport one day?
You guys notice the way she like literally gasping for air, and every little movement she does lasts like a second and she's done. Like, if you were really into twerking and you were really into moving around and dancing, like, dude, number one, you wouldn't be that big. And two, you wouldn't be out of breath talking for 10 minutes.
And will black people still be part of it? I'm proud to be a twerk pioneer. I'm grateful for the asses that came before me. When I shake this ass, I do it for the culture, not the vulture. For me, twerking ain't a trend. My body is not a trend. I twerk for the strippers, for the video vixens, for the church ladies who shout, for the sex workers. Because I can. Because I know I look good. I twerk because it's unique to the black experience. Because I'm sexual, but not to be sexualized. I twerk to own my power, to reclaim my blackness, my culture. I twerk for fat black women because being fat and black is a beautiful thing.
I don't know how much more of this I can take. Like, in all honesty, being fat and black is a beautiful thing. No, being fat in anybody's body, anybody's race, is unhealthy. It's not a beautiful thing to die young and have all these comorbidities that come with obesity. And don't think that you'll be free from it forever, because in all honesty, she's all like, I'm fat and I can twerk now, but I bet you in 10 years she's going to be just like Monique, Star Jones, all them other big old black women that decided,
oh, you know what? I'm actually gonna die. Maybe I should try to lose some weight.
And she'll be one of those people that drop weight, just like Gabby Sidibe. She's gonna lose weight too, because y'all are well known now because you're the fat black woman. The white people love it. They love to see the fat black woman do stupid stuff on TV. But eventually that crap is gonna catch up to you, and you're gonna be like all the others who sit there and lose weight because you know that junk is not good for your health. So it may be cute now, but I bet you one day She's gonna be eating these words, and she's gonna be twerking to try to lose weight. Watch, just mark my words. She's gonna not be fat forever because she's gonna know eventually that this is gonna catch up with her. And I'm sorry for I'm cussing and I'm pissed off in this video, but I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of people denying the truth. There's nothing attractive about morbid obesity, number one. There's nothing healthy about it, nothing beautiful about it. Like, do we need to talk about heart disease? Do we need to talk about the risk of cancer? Do we need to talk about strokes and lipedema and all these other crazy things that happen to fat people? Like, do we really need to go into that? And she may be young right now, but honey, you're already dealing with stuff. Like, you can't even stand on stage in a pair of heels for 10 minutes. Mind you, she's still barefoot on stage in front of all these white people at TED Talk. And I'm tired of, you're not making black people look better. You're making us look like 10,000 times worse. So thank you, Lizzo. Thanks.
So, in a case of optimism, I want everyone to stand up and shake some ass with me. Are y'all ready? Come on, y'all. I've been waiting for this one. All right, I'm going to show you how to do it. Ha, 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 ha. We going in a circle now. Hey, hey, hey. Thank you so much, TED Talk.
Okay, I guess we understand all those comments at this point. Like, I'm honestly speechless. This was a serious TED Talk. Like, she was so serious. And she tried to make it seem like it was about culture and about uplifting black people. Honey, you're a talented artist and a freaking person who can play the flute, an instrument. Why not be well known for something like that? Why can't you be well known for being able to play the flute and sing beautiful songs and come up with lyrics that, you know, even though a lot of her lyrics I don't necessarily agree with, but just like, why can't you be known for something positive into the world? Why do you have to be known for being obese, and twerking? Like, that's, and then you're talking about, oh, I have sexuality not to be sexualized. You literally show your ass any chance you can get. Your bare ass. And you don't want people to sexualize you. Which, trust me, they don't. Because no one wants to smash that. It's freaking disgusting. Anyway, guys, I'm over this. I've had enough. Please leave me your comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And sweetheart, I'll see you next time.
Here's my 10 cents. My 2 cents is free. A nuisance. Who sent? You sent for me?